Hello everyone, hi. Thanks for joining for yet another presentation. In this video, I would be covering the PNP programs run by the province of Saskatchewan. This particular video will concentrate on a very high level overview of different PNP programs or different schemes under the PNP program of Saskatchewan. So if you are not aware about Saskatchewan, Saskatchewan is a province situated between Alberta and Manitoba, and it runs a very popular PNP program in Canada. And while I was doing my research on this PNP program, I understood what could be the reason of this PNP program being so popular. The main reason that I found it to be very popular was that it runs a variety of schemes under which a person who is looking for migrating to Canada can qualify. Okay, so it runs a lot of different streams and schemes. For my videos, I would be concentrating on the schemes which are applicable for a worker or an employee. So if you are somebody who is in a job who wants to migrate with a job to Canada, I would be concentrating on the schemes applicable for those kind of people. There are other schemes which are applicable for entrepreneurs, for rural workers. My knowledge is very limited into those sectors, so I would be concentrating only on the schemes ran for worker. This video, as I said again, concentrates at a very high level, like a 30,000 feet kind of a level. And what I would do is that after this video, I would be preparing videos on each of the schemes. Okay. So without any delay, let's get started. The program for Saskatchewan PNP is called Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program. I would be calling it SINP. So of all the programs that SINP runs, there are 11 programs or 11 schemes which are related to workers. Now those 11 schemes can be broadly categorized under two heads. Okay. So let's go into that. For workers, again, this presentation is only for schemes which are applicable for workers. So as I said, all the 11 schemes that SINP runs can be categorized under two broad heads. The first head is called the international skilled worker. This is a person who has experience in any kind of skilled job, and it could be from anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter if you are living in Saskatchewan or anywhere in Canada or even living abroad. You can qualify under international skilled worker program. So under international skilled worker program, there are 5 substreams which I will show in the next few slides. The next broad category is somebody with a Saskatchewan work experience. So if you are already working in Saskatchewan, if you are already working and living in Saskatchewan legally, which means you are working on a legal work permit. So if you are already legally working and living in Saskatchewan, you have gathered some experience in Saskatchewan, this opens additional 6 streams for you. So under the second category, they have 6 streams which a worker can qualify under. So in total 11 streams. I am very sure if you go through the details, nitty-gritties, nuances of all of the streams, you can find a stream which is applicable for you. Okay, so those are the 2 broad categories. Now let's go into each individual category and see what schemes are being operated by SINP. The first broad category is international skilled worker. In this, as I told, there are 5 streams. The first stream is called an employment offer. So if you already have a job offer for working in Saskatchewan, you may qualify under this substream. Tech talent pathway is for anybody who has a job offer in a very high skilled NOC or occupation. So tech talent pathway has a list of NOCs, and if you have a job offer in one of those NOCs, you may qualify for the tech talent pathway. And one more detail is that you may or may not be in the Ircc pool. So if you already have an express entry profile with Ircc, good. If you don't, you can still qualify under a tech pathway. So this tech talent pathway doesn't necessarily, for this tech talent pathway, you don't necessarily have to be in the express entry pool. If you're there, it's good. If you're not there, it's okay. The next substream is called occupation in demand. So this is for somebody who doesn't have a job offer in Saskatchewan but has an experience in a high demand NOC. So again, here also there is a specific list of NOCs for which Saskatchewan is looking for people. And if you can prove your experience in these NOCs, and if you even don't have a job offer, you may qualify for a nomination under this particular substream. Saskatchewan Express Entry. This is for somebody who is already sitting in the Express Entry pool, who has already expressed his or her desire to migrate to or immigrate to Saskatchewan, who is saying that, okay, I'm okay with working and living in Saskatchewan. If you are this person already sitting in the Express Entry pool, and if you don't have a job offer, Saskatchewan can still invite you and provide you with a nomination. So the thing is, in this particular stream, what is more important is Saskatchewan would look into the Express Entry pool candidates who have expressed their interest in living in Saskatchewan and then provide them with a nomination. So here also, job offer is not mandatory. If you have a job offer, it only adds to your chances. And the last stream in international skilled worker category is a hard to fill skills pilot. So this is a pilot that is being run now under Ainp. For this, you need a job offer and you need some experience in the eligible intermediate or low skilled NOCs. Here also there is a list of NOCs which Ainp is looking candidates for. And if you have a job offer and your job offer relates to one of those NOCs, you can qualify for this hard to fill skills pilot. Okay, so this was the international skilled worker category. As I told, this is a very high level overview. Under each of these substreams, there are nuances, there are eligibility requirements which you should go through and see whether you meet all the conditions. Okay, so I would go into the details of each of those requirements in my next videos. Again, if I cover everything in one video, it would be a too long video. I don't want to do that. I just want to break it into digestible chunks. The next broad category, as I told you in one of the earlier slides, is the category of Saskatchewan Experience. This is for somebody who is already living and working in Saskatchewan, have experience in Saskatchewan. This next has 6 substreams. So the first substream is skilled worker with existing work permit. So if you're already working in Saskatchewan on a valid work permit, and if you have at least 6 months of experience in Saskatchewan under NOCs 0, 1, 2 and 3, not 4 and 5. So if you have a valid work permit, at least 6 months of experience in these NOC categories and have a job offer, you can qualify as a skilled worker with existing work permit. The next is semi-skilled agriculture worker with existing work permit. So here also you need a 6 months of experience in Saskatchewan, and there are 4 NOCs in which you need to have that experience. So if you have experience in any of those 4 NOCs and minimum of 6 months of experience, you can qualify as a semi-skilled agriculture worker with existing work permit. Next category is health professionals. Here also 6 months of work experience in Saskatchewan as a physician, nurse or a health professional. If you meet this condition, you may qualify under this particular substream. Hospitality sector project. This is a project or a scheme which is being run. Here also the work experience requirement is similar, like a 6 months of work experience, and it has a smaller NOC list. It has just 3 NOCs in which Saskatchewan is trying to find candidates. But the main important thing is this job offer or this job has to be supported by a LMIA or a labor market impact assessment. If you're not aware about labor market impact assessment, there are some videos on my channel on labor market impact assessments. What are they, who needs it, and other details. Please go through that. I'm sure it would be helpful for you. So after hospitality sector, the next is long haul truck driver project. This is also a substream under Saskatchewan Experience. So if you are somebody who has a job offer which is supported by a LMIA, you can qualify under Saskatchewan Experience. The good thing is there is no minimum experience required under this particular substream. So this could be a very good thing for somebody who is willing to work as a long haul truck driver who has a job offer but doesn't have an experience in Saskatchewan. So this is a very good scheme. And the last but in no way the least stream is a substream for students. So if you are a student who has got their degree from a Canadian or a Saskatchewan college, who has 6 months of work experience, who has a job offer, which is related to your education, your field of studies, then you may qualify as a student. So these are the 6 sub-streams under the Saskatchewan Experience. So this is the end of this particular video. In this, I just tried to give you a very high-level overview of the different categories or the different 11 streams that SINP operates. And as I go through each of these details in the next videos, you will gather more nuances and more nuances about the requirements of each of the streams. So I thank you for listening till now, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.